Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining, yes, another edition of the Masters of Reviews and Company Wild Card Wednesday, where the only admittance fee is your beverage. Bring a beer, wine, or a spirit, really any adult beverage, and let's have some fun. All I ask, as usual, is to not be a douche. You douche. Don't be a douche. Cheers, and if you all want to join the program, there's the email link is flashing below and on the screen now. There's my email address. If you want to link to join the program, just send me an email with your name or your user name or your channel name on Facebook or Facebook. Give me your name and or your channel name on YouTube. There we go. Yeah. And we'll get you on the program. But until that time, let's go around the table. Let's go around the group here today and see what everybody is bringing for a wild card beverage, starting with. Oh, I didn't even introduce my panel here.
Yeah,
wow.
We're going to start
with Alex, the beer master from New Jersey.
What's up, everybody?
When we go next from Alex is East Coast Liquor Reviews, tenor from Rhode Island. Right.
Cheers, guys.
And Beer Man, as always, from the state of Oregon. Hello, Beer Man.
Cheers.
And let's say hello to the Bumpy Road Brews from New Hampshire.
Cheerios.
And Thomas Meadow 75, Southeastern Massachusetts. All right, now let's go to Alex, the beer master. Of course, wild card.
Today we got, I think it's pineapple milkshake IPA. I don't know what that brewery. I'm trying to read that bottom part and the top, but
oh, milkshake, nice. Thecky.
What is it?
Thecky is the name of the beer.
Oh,
I don't know what the name of the brewery is though.
Thecky? I never heard of it.
Thecky.
Thecky. Okay, and then I was trying to. I think I read that right. Pineapple milkshake.
That's a cool looking thing.
That is right on.
Did I read that right? I think I read that right.
Yeah.
So not continue anyways. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
All right.
like thicky, like thick consistency. Want to hold the side so we can see the brewery name?
Oh, sure, Chief.
Yeah.
Oh.
The side of it there, Alex.
So
yeah.
it is something. I've had this brewery before.
Ludlam Island Brewery.
Yes, I've had this Loveland Island Brewery. Yes, I've had that. I was trying to read that. Mistake. So, all right. So let's pour this up, see what it looks like.
Cool.
If I can get it open. There we go. Okay. Okay. Smells pretty good. There you go. Looks like a New England IPA and stuff like that. I'll give the smell, taste next time around. Cheers.
Very good. Thank you, Alex. Let's go
Appreciate
to the East Coast Liquor Reviews with Tanner.
All right. So I bought a variety pack today. So I'm going to be doing my brewery review later. But so I'm probably going to do definitely one, but possibly two other ones. But so it came with 4 different ones. But this is this is Brooklyn Brewery East IPA.
Cheers, Blake.
Hoppy and refined IPA, 6.9%. It says tasting on the side: orange, cedar, worldly. East IPA brings together notes of stone fruit and orange peel and a blend of British tradition and Brooklyn attitude. We make flavorful beer for flavorful people. Visit us at brooklynbrewery.com. Anything else? It says Best Buy 11/22, 11/20/22. Yeah, let's crack this open. My Tiku glass. Oh, it's alive. Mess. Pours a definitely I see golden, slightly hazy, a little bit of effervescence. I poured a little aggressive. Not really pouring out of the can the best, but yeah, 2.5 finger head, holding some good retention. Tight head, lots of small bubbles. Yeah, looks pretty good. So, cheers, guys.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Teddy.
Cheers.
All right. Thank you, East Coast Liquor Reviews. Let's go over to Beer Man.
All right. Cool. All right. So I got one from Evil Twin Brewing, from Total Wine and More. Sometimes you can get these guys, but it's a blue raspberry sour. So I don't know, like it looks like it's hazier, like thicker in the glass on their label, but it's I don't know what the percentage is. Oh, there it is, 6%. Oh, it's a sour IPA with raspberry flavor. Okay, 6%, and this was canned $5.19. I hope the sour, the lactic acid really makes everything better. Because otherwise it would be an old beer. Oh, it's green. Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, nice green. Whoa, here we go. Green looking Irish Day, kind of St. Patty Day kind of beer looking here. It actually has kind of a slight green hue in the head. Almost a finger head. It's going down quick. Soapy on the sides, and just smells very blueberry-like and sour-like. Very wow. I can't wait to get into this. Cheers,
Hell
guys.
yeah. Cheers. Right back at you. Cheers. Thank you, Nightbot, once again.
Cheers, Nightbot.
Cheers. All right, let's go to Bumpy Road Brews in New Hampshire. So he's bringing tonight. We can't hear you, Bumpy.
We can't hear you, Bumpy.
Oh, saying hopefully I don't start glitching or anything because my computer's not running the best right now. You guys keep kind of cutting in and out on me, so
Uh-oh.
we'll see what happens here. But from Froth Brewing Company, I have their liquid rad lollipop. Check out the can art, man.
That looks beautiful.
This is a mango, strawberry, coconut, pineapple, cherry malt beverage with natural flavors. 6.5% ABV.
Uh-oh.
We just started getting froth here in New Hampshire, at least the Packy where I go. So pretty cool.
I can't try froth. It sounds delicious.
It's actually from Froth. It's not added 12% or anything. So that's also cool.
Blake is drinking some coffee at the moment, waiting on some vodka. Very, very nice.
No, thick.
I'm a thick boy. I'm a thick boy. And you are
I just remember what happened last time I poured a beer that wasn't building a head, and then all of a sudden.
the other day, yeah. On another YouTube.
So yeah, this didn't build much of a head actually. It is building. It does have the fuzzles kind of slowly making their way there. This is kind of a thicker brew. The color of it it's a mix between like a strawberry, oxidized mango, kind of gives it this unique burnt orange, almost brownish coloration, I would say, with a little slight hint of pink in there. The head is just a kind of caramel, kind of khakied, slight light orange coloration. It's a funny head, kind of frothy looking on the very top, but around the edges, the larger bubbles are starting to form up, and it smells like a lot of fruit puree and a little bit of doughiness on top.
Nice. Excellent, man. That's good.
All right. We'll come back to Bumpy. We'll hear about that epic sounding beer.
Legendary
And
Eric.
we'll have some fun. Yeah. Thank you, Bumpy. So I got a beer. I got a beer from Providence, Rhode Island. Yeah, from Beer on Earth, located at brewed and canned by Beer on Earth, 425 West Fountain Street, number 104 in Providence, Rhode Island, beeronearth.com. It is a triple IPA with Citra, Ella, I think it says Ella, and Sabro, 9.5%, just about a triple if you ask me. And it's called Up From the Skies Triple IPA, and it's got a Jimi Hendrix on the.
Oh, fucking heck yeah, dude.
Oh,
That's
God,
cool.
that looks beautiful, legendary, Eric.
He's up from the skies.
Nice,
looking
nice,
it up, I guess.
Love it.
Here on Earth. There you go.
That's cool.
Bam. I don't have a date, but I would say being 9.5 triple IPA, it should probably be holding on to its freshness. And we started, Beer on Earth started getting distribution out of their Providence, Rhode Island brewery. I'm not 100% positive who has the distribution, but it's not real. It's traveling all of about a half an hour to get to the beer store that I was at, so not so bad. And it's already foaming up there, so I'm getting my money's worth out of this beer, I guess.
Beer on Earth. I'm about to look those beers up. Sounds cool.
Beer on Earth. I don't know how far their distribution is getting, but there's some distribution of this company now. I'll have to look it up later, and while you guys are doing your reviews, and see if I can locate any information on that for people outside of at least southeastern New England. So here's the beer. It's got a sort of I guess a darker kind of an orangey copperish, well, not copper, but definitely darker orange, hazy IPA kind of look to it. There's a lot of streaming bubbles coming up there, as you can see. It's got a nice 2-finger head. It's very sudsy, frothy looking head. And I don't see any sediment yet, but that doesn't mean that I don't need to be careful towards the bottom of the glass. So it smells like a bigger Imperial IPA for sure, but we'll get back to that in a little while. Thank you. Cheers, Shark Home Brewing. All right. Right back at you. Now let's do the order of the business there. And let's bring in Alex, the beer master, for a beer review, shall we?
So I have it's pineapple mango. That's what it was. Pineapple mango, and it's called Tank. I'm assuming they tanked into the top. I don't know if you get my drift. So I read that wrong earlier. I was in a rush. Well, rush in my brain, not really in a rush. So that's what we got here, pineapple. And obviously they're in the bath. You got the pineapple and you got the mango. So I don't know what that means, tank. I assume tank meaning you're driving a tank, not a bathtub dog. But hey, you know, they find some crazy ideas with this with these beers, and that's what I like about it. I think I read that right? I hope I did. But hey, brain's crazy. All right, so that's what it looks like. It looks like a New England IPA. Looks beautiful. Had a nice head when I first poured it.
Cool.
Nice lacing. Let's see what it smells like. Smells a little bit dank. Smells a little bit of pineapple. Sweetness. I don't smell any. Maybe I do smell mango. Don't know, but let's have that sweetness. So let's pour this. Let's have a sip of this and see what this tastes like, shall we? Cheers.
Cheers.
Slangy.
Mm-hmm.
Slangy. Slangy.
Because I don't know if I got this on this weekend. I don't remember. Got so many beers in the fridge. It's not even funny. It tastes more orangey. There might be some pulp in here. That's what it feels like in the mouthfeel. Mouthfeel is a little bit of creaminess, not as creamy as other beers. It's not like chunk. Chunk instead of honk. I appreciate that you guys helped me out with that.
Chonk,
like
chonk, chonk, chonk.
Chonk, chonk, chonk. Yes. So this is a very good beer. I taste you taste that sweetness. Like I said, I taste a little bit of mango, a little bit of pineapple. As I'm talking, there's a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of dryness, and also has a sweetness down the throat. Yeah, it's a little bit of a burn, but not like a burn. It's like, like a pepper burn. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Hoppy? Hot burn?
Yeah, maybe. I think that's what it is. Thank you, legendary beer man. Yeah, that is very tasty. If you guys can get Lug Island Brewing, please try it out. I mean, and try like I said, I look for these milkshake IPAs. It's a pineapple mango milkshake. I mean, again, it's so blended together. It's kind of hard to get it out. It's not like, and I don't like to, compare to other beers, but I do because it's true. I believe that this beer you can taste a little bit, a little bit mango, a little bit more a little bit pineapple, but I think it's just more. It's just so much mixed. It's not like when you drink the Drecker that I can get graham cracker, vanilla. Again, it's a different beer, but I'm just saying. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all I'm tasting.
Might I ask what the alcohol per ABV was on that?
Hell yeah, you can ask me anytime, brother. Let me see.
Mhm.
I forgot what you said.
That's okay. It is 7.5 by volume.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we're pushing Imperial there. Nice. Cool.
Yeah, so it is very smooth, but just has a little bit of yeah, very good though. Has great sweetness to it too.
Nice.
Well, I feel like I'm a broken record at the moment, so
No, you're
I'll
not.
give you. That's what. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is trying to think about it and try to taste it, but I like to, I try to rush right through a little bit because I don't want to be here 50 years. Everybody else has to do that too, And that's why sometimes I'll tell you later because it's like, okay, because you never know what you're going to find the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Right.
So that is very tasty and also dries out the palate a little bit too. But if you can get that beer, please try it out. Let me know what you think of it. But again, there's other better milkshake IPAs out there. Again, it's a good beer. It's just not the best for me, even though I love pineapple and mango because I like to taste mango full on because
Sure.
I would like to have a little bit of pineapple because it's supposed to taste like that. Like I said, I think I do taste that. It's just not as prominent. But again, it's a different brewery, but it does have a lot of sweetness and a lot of dryness in the mouth. It makes you want to go back for more. But again, let me know what you think of it if you can get it. So, yeah. Appreciate you.
Nice. Thank you, Alex. The beer.
Cheers out.
Cheers, bro.
You're welcome, brother.
Awesome. That looks really good.
It is good. It is good. It is good. I'll see what kind of rating I'm going to give it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll get the Alex 100.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not though today, but we'll see. We'll see. Cheers. Thank you, Alex. Let's go to
You're welcome, bro.
the reviews in Rhode Island.
All right. So the Brooklyn Brewery East IPA. There's a big lemon and pine note. It's kind of giving off like chemical, like lemony note, in my opinion. There's some mango as well. There's lots of caramel malt. I noticed that with the other, the last beer I drank off air, their pulp art hazy IPA. It was super caramel malt forward, or caramel. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that on the aroma on this as well. But yeah, you get like that pine, hop resin. Like I said, mango. To be honest with you guys, I'm not the biggest fan of the aroma. I don't really like overly strong caramel malt, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes it kind of starts to take over the aroma. There's a nice biscuity breadiness. But yeah, it's got that lemony pine, like kind of like pine sol, like cleaner. Yeah, let's dive into this. So, cheers, guys.
Do it.
Cheers.
Cheers, Tanner.
What's up there, Sammy?
Oops, sorry. Sammy.
There we go.
At least they
What's up,
stone.
Sammy?
When you
Cheers.
think stone fruit, so you think like peaches, apricots, cherries, and stuff like that. I don't really get any. I mean, maybe a little peach, maybe like a little apple-y in my opinion, not necessarily apricot. This beer is just too caramel malt forward. It's overly sweet in my opinion. It's kind of taken over the other flavors. You get like you get a lot of malty sweetness and a lot of the biscuity breadiness. And it says best by 11/20/22, so it should be fresh. But yeah, it seems like the malts are just kind of overpowering the hops. Like I said, you get a little bit of like mango. It doesn't really have that chemically lemon note. It's more like orange, like zesty, like slightly acidic. It's a little bit of a bitterness, a little bit of an astringency, slightly drying on the palate. That hop resin's kind of lingering on the tongue. I'd say it's medium bodied, medium carbonation. Personally, I think the caramel malt is just, or caramel, whatever you want to call it. Jesus, I keep saying it. But yeah, whatever. The sweet malt is kind of overpowering the rest of the beer, in my opinion. It's not bad. It's drinkable. But as far as like nitpicking it and trying to pick up these other flavors in the beer, I think the sweetness is totally overpowering. Now they said cedar, which would be like a woody note, possibly.
Yeah, strong woody note.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't really get woody. I mean, I'm used to drinking bourbon, which has like an oak, so it should be somewhat similar to cedar. Should be like a woody note. I think the sweetness just totally overpowers the beer. It's not bad. Like I said, it's drinkable, 6.9%, not noticeable on the palate or the aroma. I can drink it. I enjoy it. But as far as sitting here and really trying to pick up tropical and fruity flavors, I think that sweetness is too pronounced. It's too overpowering, and it's just kind of taken over the beer. And like I said, they said stone fruit. I don't really get stone fruit. Like I'm not picking up any peaches or apricot. Like I said, it's maybe like a little apple-y. I'm getting like a little bit of like a slight like green apple, like a tart green apple possibly. But that sweetness is just definitely just over-ramped in my opinion. And I think we were talking about this with the Pliny, whereas this is an East IPA, but it's kind of given like a West Coast IPA vibe. And there are a lot of West Coast IPAs out there that have that big caramel malt. And sometimes it just kind of kills the beer, in my opinion.
Sure.
As far as me, it's like my flavor palette. I don't like when that caramel malt is too overpowering. It kind of takes away from, exactly. Yeah, it kind of takes away from the balance, and you don't get as much of those tropical fruity flavors. But it's not a bad beer. Like I said, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna drink it. It's not a drain pour or anything like that. But I'll sip on it, see if anything changes, and I'll have a rating next time around. So cheers, guys.
Very
Cheers.
good. Awesome.
Cheers.
Nice, thorough.
Nice.
review.
Cheers, Tanner. Oh, hey, sorry, I was texting.
Your man.
All right, cool, man. Let's steer this up. Let's get this going. Let's go to the nose.
Hell yeah, Sam. That'll be
Oh, it's so freaking crazy.
badass.
It smells
Wow,
like a blueberry
green.
slushy. It smells like a blueberry slushy from 7-Eleven.
Right there.
That's a beer smell right there.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's got a sweet tart sensation to it in the nose. The what is it? The orthonasal olfaction is really working right now.
Whoa.
There's a big one for you.
Yo.
When we looked at it, it's hazy, it's green, it's murky looking. It looks like a swampy green kind of. Well, it kind of just looks like a food dye or something added to it or something. I don't know, but even some good lacing though, and it's keeping a nice retention. It's really not bad for the sour that it is. I mean, it looks like it might be a kettle sour or something like that. Yeah. So let's drink this. Cheers.
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 Yeah, it's very well balanced. Wow. Tart, tangy, watery. It has a medium light body. Very somewhat tart, but not terrible tart. It's like one of those candy, like a sweet tart candy, or something like that. And then you get to the center of it and it starts to sweeten up. It's loose. It's watery. It's drinkable. It's almost like a goza in a way. It almost has a goza feel. Wheat, grainy kind of thing or something. Very blueberry forward though, from the start to the finish. Dries off in the back. Really leaves a nice dryness over the soft and hard palate of your mouth. It just kind of pushes back into this nice righteous feeling. I really like how this feels. Very drinkable, a lot of flavor. Damn. Wow. I mean, it's like a Slurpee, like a slushy.
Wow.
Like a slush. It doesn't have the puree. It's old school kind of, Bumpy had one on my show earlier that was kind of that old school kind of feel. And this is the same thing. It's just got that, but it's very watered down and very nice and pleasant for a 6.5%. Not bad. No alcohol. Good flavorful sour. This is what I like right here. This is good. Cheers, guys. Right on.
Cheers.
Hell yeah. Right back at you.
Heck yeah.
All right. Let's go to New Hampshire.
Very bumpy.
All right. So that's what it's leaving on the glass. It's thick. Looks a lot like the culture that was in my cheese the other night. Right. Tilt this far enough without spilling it out. But yeah, I mean, it seems to have like a slight doughy breadness to it. Hello. I'm fuzzy. We'll drink back here for a second. Hopefully you can still hear me all the way over there. But there's definitely a coconut aroma that comes through with what I believe to be like a little bit of a doughy breadiness. Watch it. You suck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There we go.
Blame for that.
And a little bit of a cherry Tootsie Pop.
Oh. Ew.
Slight, I'd say like minimal strawberry. Now there's mango and what's the other one that's in this? Pineapple. I'm not getting pineapple at all. All right. Drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers. Whoa.
It's got a thicker consistency to it. It's definitely puree. Just a slight amount of like a malty breadiness. It is more cherry and coconut than anything else. Those are like the dominating flavors, and the cherry comes off like a cherry Tootsie Pop candy. It's that kind of cherry flavor. So it's not like super tart cherry. It's more artificial candy cherry. It's a little bit of like a kind of mango sweetness up front, kind of blending with a touch of strawberry. Finish on this one. I mean, it's not. I'd call this like sweet tart. It's not sour. It's not cloyingly sweet. It is more sweet on up front there. The finish though does have like kind of the tangy tart bite that you get from a pineapple. So that's kind of where the pineapple's coming into play at all in this. But I would say mostly sweet candy cherry and coconut dominating flavors. Little mix of that kind of malt in there. Carbonation. Light. Pretty light carbonation. Yeah. I think John and Nelly would like this because it definitely has coconut. Like says
Same
cocoa.
thing.
Yeah.
I love coconut. Coconut's the best.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Chairs. Wait,
Cheers.
I'm sitting on a chair. All right. And we're going to be
Eric,
drinking.
Eric, I was meaning to say something. I just noticed you're not on your Facebook thing.
No, I wasted too much time. You got 10 minutes before you create the show. So I did not create the show within 10 minutes of me going on.
Cheers,
Ooh,
everybody.
right,
Cheers.
Jimmy? Right. Oh yeah. Tanner's got a chair. Cheers, Tanner.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Jimmy's looking at us. He's saying, "Yo, what's up?" Excuse me
Sure.
while I kiss the guy. Up from the skies, triple IPA. I've been drinking on it a little bit, but we can officially do a cheers in a brief moment. So we talked about the color. It's got that darker kind of hazy IPA, New England IPA look. It's got some nice lacing, 9.5. I would say double IPA. The Beer on Earth from Providence, Rhode Island Brewery says triple, so we'll leave it there. The aroma. Super, I can tell that the beer, when I smell this, even though I've had some drinks here, I can tell that the beer is going to come across pretty resinous, oily, and sticky. I can tell. It's got a very resinous, oily complexion to the aroma. Super orangey and grapefruity. It's got a lot of caramel and toffee kind of maltiness in the background. A toasty white bread, maybe with like a marmalade or like an apricot kind of a jam or something like that. If you put a little bit of butter on the white bread, toasted, or you put some white. We'll try this again. Woo! You put the butter on your white bread, toasted, and then you put that marmalade jam on the jam. It does smell like it's got some ABV alcohol, higher alcohol presence to it. And that's really about it. It's got a sweeter, malty complexion as well. So we'll see what this is like. Cheers, Solange.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Let's see. So as I suspected from the aroma, it does actually have a sticky mouthfeel and complexion to the body. I would say it's a medium plus. If you said full-bodied beer, I would agree. I wouldn't pass that by as a possibility that it is a full-bodied beer to your palate in somebody else's palate. Yeah, it is orangey. It is Definitely grapefruity, orangey. Definitely has the darker malts, the caramels, the toffees, that toasty brown bread with the marmalade jam spread all over it with the apricot or something like that is where that's at. It's not super duper juicy, really. I mean, there is some of that element, and there is a nice sweetness, and then you get the sharpness, like a really pointy. I don't know how to describe it, but there's a sharp, pointy edge a little bit to the alcohol. It doesn't really burn in any manner going down, but you definitely are noticing the 9.5 is showing up. It's not hidden or masked, but there's no real super burn going down at all. It's super. I don't know what the bitterness is. It's got to be. If it's not close to 70 IBUs, it's got to be more than that. It's got to be pretty damn close to 70 IBUs. The Beer North website doesn't have any information on this current beer, and Untappd doesn't say what the IBUs are. Let's see, what else can I tell you? It's fairly crisp. It's a pretty, I mean, I would say it's a pretty soft mouthfeel, but then again, from the carbonation standpoint, but then again, it's got that real sticky body to it, and that sharpness of alcohol is coming out a little bit more than I would like. So I would say it's a little bit rough around the edges. I don't know what to do to round out the beer more. I don't know if you need more hops to kind of combat with this sticky malty body. MALTY, malty, not multi. This malty body maybe needs some more hops to round it out, or something a little bit different here. It's definitely acting like a higher ABV. It's definitely acting like it's got more alcohol than 9.5, luckily, but it is acting like a more like a high double IPA. I just think it's super bitter at the end, and you're still getting, when it finishes, I'm trying to think about this here. I'm definitely getting that orangey pithiness at the end, and the sharpness of some of the alcohol a little bit, and just like a real, I don't know how to describe the bitterness, but it's like a maybe earthy or something like that. So it's like really clinging to every last drop of the liquid before. I don't even know how to describe that, but the very last thing to go is this bitter, almost feels like almost mouth puckering towards the end of the beverage. So my major complaint with this particular beer is I don't think it's very round. I think it's not very refined around the edges a little bit. I think it's a little bit too sweet. I think it's a little too unbalanced bitterness wise. But then again, when you're drinking a triple IPA, I suppose at some point in time you want your IPA to have a little bit more push in the bitterness department, because not a lot of IPAs in New England are super like in your face bitter, but this one is pretty borderline up there bitter in your face. But I just think I think it could be a little bit smooth around the edges. This is not the greatest beer known to mankind, but I will figure out a rating and get back to you all on that note.
Is it a little green there, Eric? I know a lot of triples that I have are usually really green. They have that green hop burn kind of.
No, absolutely not. Nope. No, what you're getting is more. What you're getting, I mean, you are getting bitterness, and you can tell there's bitterness here. But for me, almost sort of kind of in a West Coast way without the pine, you're getting that sweet caramel toffee, and then the alcohol, pointiness of alcohol sort of right underneath that to remind you that it's a much bigger beer. So I think some of the sweetness mixed with this IPA is a little off kilter to me.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
It sounds like it's almost like they were trying to get rid of the booziness with so much malty sweetness that it just kind of got overpowered.
I think sometimes unless Beer Man and Bumpy Road would have an opinion on that, I almost think that sometimes I don't know how much malt is in this beer, but I almost think sometimes if what Tanner said is true, then in this case of the beer, I feel like the malty sweetness is more or less amplifying and ramping up the intensity of 9.5% alcohol that I'm perceiving in the beer.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wish I knew more about brewing to tell you the answer, but sometimes they do that, where they try to amplify that sweetness to get rid of that boozy aftertaste,
If I had to do math, let's see, minus.
Well, balance would be another thing too, as far as your bitterness levels and everything
Yeah,
else.
see, what I was going to say was I haven't done it recently, but I used to really like to talk about hop to malt ratio. So I would say, for me at least, it's I don't know how to describe that. I feel like there is a lot of bitterness, but it's primarily at the very end of the finish, where when it physically dries out of your mouth, you're getting left with that bitter mouth puckering punch. So I would say it's like 64% really sweet, sticky, malty flavors, and then 36% of it towards the end of that sip primarily is all of the rush of this mouth puckering kind of bitterness to it, which I kind of wish it maybe went more in the bitterness direction and kind of just did that the whole way. Maybe it could very well create more of a rounder flavor, but I'm not sure. I don't think there must have not been a lot of dry hopping in said beer. I'm assuming, but don't call me a brewer quite yet in my lifetime. So I don't know about that one, but we'll think about a rating. It's probably low 80s, maybe high 70s, but we'll come up with a rating and get back to you all on that. I will shut up finally. Woo! Alex is drinking that beer. He's thinking about it. What are you really thinking?
It's a good beer. Very hoppy. I might have had this for a couple weeks, but it shouldn't be that hoppy. I think it might have been hoppy when I drank it last. I don't remember. But I thought it was a new beer, but I don't think it is. But maybe it is. I don't remember. But I try to remember everything as best I can. But it's a good beer. But it's not gonna get 100 as most milkshakes do, or age, whatever thing I decide to do. Oh, man, hit that burn.
Don't die.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I sure did. I think the rating I'm going to give it. Man, I don't know. Maybe if I drink it again, maybe it won't have this rating, but I mean, it has good flavor. I have one more can. I mean, it has good flavor, but I don't know. Man, I don't know, man. It's gonna hurt me to say this, but I gotta tell you how it is. But even though I like that hop burn, but I like more milkshakey, like I don't know. It's good. I'm gonna give it an 80. It's good.
Ooh, all right.
I was about to give it a 70, but I don't want to be mean to the brewery. It's a good beer. I'll give it an 80. You know what? Actually, I don't need to be biased. I'll tell you how I feel. It's an 80, and that's it.
Good.
It's an 80. I can't. I want to be true to myself.
Sure.
So that's what a beer reviewer and a food reviewer is. But I'm going to tell you how it is. If I like it, I don't. If I do like it, I will. If I don't, I don't. But I do like this, but not so much. So that's why I give it an 80. I don't know.
All right. Well,
sorry, it's the first time I did that.
That's what makes these reviews so good. All right.
I have problems with my scratching stick.
Well, cheers, Alex. Thank you for the review.
Alex.
Right. Let's go to East Coast Liquor Reviews for the final numbers and grades.
All right. Even though it has my name in the beer, I'm not going to be biased.
Oh. I didn't even realize that. Okay, good.
Appreciate you.
Wow. Well, that's a drink.
So, one of the scales you were talking about, malty to sweetness. One of the scales that I like that Ron Terrier uses the Cyclops scale. So it's a sugar cubes and hop cones.
Yes, the legendary Ron Terrier.
I would say this is like 3.5 out of 5 sugar cubes,
Mm.
2 out of 5 hop cones. With that being said, it's overly sweet in my opinion. The caramel malt definitely dominates over the beer. You get a little bit of that. You get a little bit of that hop resin, astringency. You get a little bit of the hoppy flavors, but like I said, the sweetness just totally overpowers it. It would be like 2 out of 5 hop cones. It's just it's not coming out as much as I want it to be. I'll give it like an 84 out of 100. Not a bad beer, definitely drinkable. Nothing offensive in the flavor. Just a little. And I don't mind sweetness. That's the thing too that I would definitely like to say is I don't mind sweetness, but if you're looking for stone fruit and you're looking for these big tropical flavors and you're looking for these big fruity citrusy flavors, it's overpowered by the sweetness in the beer. So yeah, 84 out of 100, 6.9% ABV. Definitely very drinkable because of the sweetness. Goes down easy. It's about medium bodied, medium carbonation. You can drink a decent amount of these. I think some people might find that the sweetness is a little overwhelming, and you might not want to drink too many of them because of how sweet it is. But it's still a good beer. I'm not going to say it's not a good beer. I do enjoy it. But as far as being this over complex beer, it's definitely not that in any way or form, in my opinion. So 84 out of 100. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, Tanner.
Okay, sir.
Oh,
All right, beer
hey.
man. What you say?
Okay. So, good beer, man. Probably a kettle, maybe a goza. I don't know, but very good. Nice, subtle, sour, sweet, tart kind of thing. It's very well balanced. I like the body, like the mouthfeel, like the finish. I like the flavors. I like the blueberry slushy. God.
Hell yeah.
I mean, seriously. Okay, blueberry slushy with a little bit of tart lactic acid, kind of boom. But man, I'm gonna give this a 93 out of 100. Thought it was delicious. Definitely A. So, cheers, guys. Right on.
Cheers.
All right. Thank
Fast
you.
and fast.
I love the slushy beers, legendary beer man. They're the best.
Good stuff. Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah. Thank you, beer man. All right, let's go to Bumper Road Brew.
Let's say Bumpy. It's your turn, brother.
Where's beer?
I think you're double muted there, Bumpy.
You're muted, Bumpy.
Oh,
So this one from Froth Brewing with their liquid rad lollipop.
Ganging up on.
Let's see. I was more impressed with like Drecker stuff I've had. I was more impressed with stuff even from a local one to me, Branch and Blade, with some of the heavily fruited sours that they've put out. And the price tag on this is pretty heavy. It was $30 for a 4-pack. I mean, this is decent. It's all right. I'm not absolutely in love with all these fruited sours. I think they were fun when they kind of first coming out, and it was cool to try them. But now it's just kind of like I just feel like I'm just drinking fruited puree. I'm drinking.
I agree with you.
I'm drinking.
Yep.
Puree drinks. That's basically all it is. It's
Hooray!
yeah. It's not. It's just kind of not as fun to review either, because most of the stuff is kind of given to you right there.
You got to try those.
I agree.
But I'm going to score it at a 42 out of 50, which is still going to be very good. On Untapped, I can't remember. It was 180 something ratings on one, and it scored at a 4.21 out of 5. So almost exactly what I'm scoring it. If those are going to be kind of measurable and ways of scoring, if you can say that they're exactly the same, format. And I don't know what that would be under 100 because I was looking at Beer Advocate and they score stuff at 4.1, but then they give it a 91 rating out of 100. So,
God.
yeah.
That it? That's it?
Yeah,
I would just say, 42 is a decent score. I mean, if you're going to land anywhere in the 40 range out of 50 or the 4.0 out of 5, I think that's stuff that's pretty standard, pretty decent, above shelfy, like store brand, stuff you'll find at like a grocery store.
Sam is agreeing with this too. And I've agreed
Me
with
too. Me too.
and I've agreed and I've I've agreed with that point ever since the style. Well, to my palate, ever since the style became big. But for me, at least, I started to appreciate it way more as time went on. However, I feel like it's sort of gimmicky in its nature. I know that Alex is a huge fan of those beers. Do you think that's a gimmicky fad? These these heavily fruited sours, are they here to stay for a little while? What do you think, Alex, a beer master?
Some of them can be gimmicky, but most of them, they like the Drecker. My first Drecker chunk. Chunk. Yeah, that was not my first Drecker, but my first Drecker chunk. Great. That doesn't seem gimmicky at all. It does have that flavor of a graham cracker and all that good stuff, and then it also has the main base, which is the strawberry or something like that. And it's a cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake. So I guess it could be a gimmick. I think in some cases,
that's what I was trying to get at with Bumpy.
In some cases, it could be gimmicky. Legendary Tanner. I said it could be gimmicky. I'm sorry. It could be gimmicky, but I don't know.
High series ones, though. If you're over the heavily fruiteds in the where they're just doing all the fruit puree, check out the Slang de Jours.
Yeah, I've had one of the apricot cookie one, whatever, over John's. But yeah, it was just I mean they're okay to have once in a while.
Yeah, they're good every once in a while. Yeah.
My wife seems to like them. So if somebody out there is somebody they don't really drink like, a ton of beers, but it's a way to get them to drink a beer. And my wife enjoys them. So
very true, actually, on that one.
True that.
The craft beer kind of world. Yeah.
They're not even similar to beer, almost really.
So I think they're here to stay because of that reason.
Yeah, I don't
Plus
think
they do give them cool can art.
Yeah,
that is cool can art, dude. Yeah.
Sam says, "Give me a Rauch beer, Hellas."
Yeah,
and guys,
I like the original shit, man.
Hey guys, the reason why I also think it may not be completely gimmicky because they use real fruit. Again, it all depends on your palate. Oh, this seems gimmicky. It doesn't have a great flavor.
They're an amplified fruited sour, basically.
This is definitely like a live stream that could. I mean, this is a conversation that could be a whole live stream.
True that.
Totally could.
I feel that they are
Jimmy.
Nice.
They are considered beers because they're using malts. They're using hops.
They're using hops.
Drecker sits there and they state.
You cannot.
Drecker sits there and they state on the side what hops and malts they use.
Right.
And let's be honest. Anything that they add in these fruited purees are all adjuncts.
They call them gimmicks, right?
That's true. There is adjuncts, but they put
Here's the thing, though. Adjunct lagers, which a lot of people consider beer, those are adjuncts. So what's the difference if you use an adjunct of another fruit or another grain or spice or something like that that's not normally used in beer? Do you not consider it beer anymore? But you consider an adjunct lager a beer where they're using
as long as it has all four of the things that make beer, then it would be considered a beer.
Still a beer.
My mind just tells me that a beer has a liquid complexion, but then again, that might not even be fair to beer as a whole. But once again, woo! Thank you, Bummer.
Go ahead, let's Eric.
Oh,
Yeah.
Once again, cheers and thank you. You are welcome, Bart Robinson. You're gonna get a kick
What's
out
up
of this
there,
beer.
Bart Robinson? Appreciate you.
You're gonna get a kick out of the beer can. I'll show it to you, but I don't know. Maybe once again, before I get to the point that Tanner had actually made there, which was, well, I'll get to that point really quickly, which was you can spend a whole evening of just having a beer discussion topic, whatever beer you want to bring, and then talk about this topic. And we can go around the horn and just kind of have like a video version of a podcast and just talk about this thing the whole time. But to me, I guess I think of a beer maybe having more of a whatever traditional is, whatever words mean to you, right? I say traditional and liquidy complexion to them. You want a 7-Eleven, put a little vodka in your 7-Eleven Slurpee. Ooh, heavily fruited sour right there.
No doubt, dude. This would really be good.
That's how this. But I've appreciated them more over time. But yes, Alex, you got another thing.
And I truly believe what you're saying, Eric, because 20, 30 years ago, they've only had the malt liquors and stuff like that, which is still flavor, but I believe, but they didn't really get into the big craft beer scenes until in the past 10, 15, 20 years. And these fruited sours and these milkshake IPAs are probably in the past 5 or 6 or 7 years. I'm assuming. Again, I don't know, but yeah, I know for a fact there wasn't craft beer 20 or 30 years ago. As far as I know.
Well, it started with Sierra Nevada, kind of.
Early 80s,
early 70s. Yeah.
There was a boom at one point where craft beer just kind of went.
Technically, that is true. That the first craft beer is probably Sierra Nevada. What Beerman just said.
The main one, anyway. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give a final thought. I don't know how condensed this damn thing's going to be. But if you didn't see the beer, Bart Robinson, it's got. I know you're a Deep Purple and classic rock fan, Mr. Bart Robinson.
Hey, that looks like it has a face on it, Eric.
Up from the Skies. This is Jimi Hendrix's face there, the guitar player.
Oh,
there he is. Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
Kiss the sky.
Nobody knows what he said in that song. Kissing this guy or the sky? Who knows? Up from the Skies. Triple IPA with Citra, Ella, and Sabro hops. I'm basically with Tanner and how he reviewed his beer, talking about all this sweetness level. I think it's a little overboard and it's not sickly sweet. Don't get me wrong, but for what I'm trying to get out of a New England IPA or an IPA in general, it's a little too much in that department. And it takes away from the experience of the beer.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no green element in any regard. It is take more elements of a West Coast IPA with a tiny bit of juice and really amp up the caramel, really amp up the toffee malty kind of notes, more caramel than toffee malts, really amp up that flavor to it, really amp up a sticky sweet body to it and texture, and you get, in my book, just not very balanced. Like I said earlier, 64% is this sweet malty thing, and maybe 36% at the very end when all the hops come at you. But I will do what Alex said, and we got to be completely honest with ourselves and how we're reviewing these beers. And this is what I love about doing this, because we can be fairly honest, and I think we're pretty good about that, most of us. But I will be honest with a 78 out of 100. I've had better beer. Well, I've only had one other beer that I know of, Tanner, from Beer on Earth, which is a Belgian IPA or Belgian Pale Ale. Delicious. This one is very mediocrely delicious. It's mediocre. I don't know what happens if the beer came out yesterday and it got it on tap, what that would do. Maybe I would like it being greener and fresher. Possibly. Yeah, you tell me about the date. Oh, I don't know. I bought a single can of it. Maybe when they can the beers, they have a little label maker that has that little tiny thing that says the date on the top of the 4-pack of the plastic there. But I don't know what this is. I could tell you that it's got a very bitter back end, but it's not very vibrant in its bitter, green, earthy, fruity complexion. But there is some of that in there. But just a little unbalanced, underwhelming. 9.5 is the highest form of double IPA. I know it's tasting pretty like a higher ABV, but yeah, 78. It needs to be, like I said in the review. I don't know if they need to add more hops to it. Maybe they do to round out some sweetness. So 78. I would not buy this again, but if I were inexperienced in the beer like I am today, I would probably buy it again just because, hey, it's Jimmy. Oh, what's up, Jimmy? 78. Not a huge fan. And yeah, Oxford Ford. Who?
Yeah, man.
Apparently they rock.
They do rock. You guys rock.
They're probably so disguised they chuck it in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I didn't even go towards. Oh yeah. He's never seen that. Of course. Excellent. Yeah, the can art there. The main man, James Marshall Hendricks. I love to share.
That's my last name, man.
Old school German brewmasters, see what they think. Oh my God. They probably wouldn't like that. Where is the Berlinerweiss? I need the Berlinerweiss. All right. Anyways, enough of my fake German accent. All right.
Yeah, maybe
we'll go this way and that way and that way. Cool. We're gonna close out the program. Before we do that, what's going on in the world of YouTube? Let us know. Subscribe to everybody's channel. Everybody here's got a channel, and you hit that notification bell. You get notified when everybody that's here does their own little programs, because they do their own programs on the YouTubes. So let's go around the horn, hear about what's coming up on the YouTube programs for everybody's channel, starting with Alex the Beer Master. What's up for Friday and food? Let us know.
Well, Food Friday, we got what's it called? The apple pies and you know, beer or whatever. And then tomorrow night is Alex and Friends. I'll be doing that tomorrow night around 11:30. And then next week we'll go back to 10 o'clock, 10:30. Unless I get home early tomorrow.
What?
Other than that, yeah. So, well, it'll be
nice.
back. Yeah, so we'll do Alex and Friends between 10 o'clock, 10:30 next week. You know, the normal time unless something changes. And then tomorrow night we're going to do around 11:30. Unless I get home early, and I will do the 10 o'clock, 10:30 thing. But yeah.
Sweet.
All right. So yeah.
Very cool.
Then, like I said, unless from Food Friday is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as well. So yeah, enjoy the two shows. I'm happy that I got those shows on my channel. Makes it better. Makes it more fun. And,
absolutely.
And Alex and Friends are more relaxed than Food Friday.
You talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, that's what I do. Well, no, I do the Alex and Friends Thursday nights, and then I do the Food Friday nights. So yeah.
Nice. Is the band on Spotify? Yes. Look up Oxblood Forge on Spotify. We are there. Give us a like and a listen and all that good jazz. Good jive. Cheers. Cheers, Sam. All right. East Coast Liquor Reviews. Tanner, what's coming up on the program? You got a show in another half an hour, just about.
Yeah. Me and Alex, we're going to be reviewing Brooklyn Brewery. So I have some other beers by these guys. I'm going to do a review on one of them. I bought a variety pack today. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Brooklyn Brewery. Me and Alex both have a beer from that brewery. We're going to be talking about distribution, pricing, availability, the brewery itself, possibly some food, merchandise that they have there, what the brewery looks like, and yeah, just pretty much everything that has to do with the brewery. Me and Alex are going to rate our beers, and then we're going to pull up the website, talk about the website, talk about the brewery as a whole, and then we'll rate the brewery. So each panel member rates the brewery, and then at the end of the show, we average out each panel member's ratings, and that'll be a rating for the show.
May I ask why you keep saying just me and you? Because we mostly have a couple more people.
No, I looked into it, Alex. I think it's just me and you tonight, brother.
I can't find.
I get what you're putting down. I'm just curious. I'm like, what's going on here?
I think it's me and you tonight, which is okay.
Yeah, West Coast.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying. I'm like, why is he saying that? Because I know there's more than most people than me. I know.
Well, I looked into it a little bit. I think it's just going to be me and you, which is fine. You know.
I know you're gonna get those kind of shows sometimes.
Yeah, we all are from time to time, sure.
Yeah, you are.
But we support you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And Saturday I do my rate that beer, so it's pretty much open panel live beer community beer reviews. Bring in a beer you want to review. It could be a revisit of something that maybe you had last year or something. Whatever you want to bring on the show, hop on the panel, do a beer review, hang out, ask each other questions and stuff like that. Shout outs for other people. Go shout out Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. He's going to be doing a pretty much bear share. Not a bear share, a beer share.
Share Blake's bear. All right.
In the woods. We're not going to be in the woods. We're not going to be sharing bears. We're going to be
You're not
sharing
Bear in the chair.
Yeah, no bears in the chair. We're gonna be sharing bears. But yes, he's got a beer share Monday, 8 p.m. So to make up for Bumpy Show, Miscellaneous is going to be going live 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'll definitely be there. And other people. Oh, I'll shout out Jean H. Pierre, Jean
buddy.
H-P-I-E-R.
Double R-E.
Jean H. Pierre, not
Good
John.
dude right there.
John. Go check him out. Beverage Rambler. He's close to hitting that 1,000 mark. Go check out his videos. Drop a sub. And I'll leave some room for some other people. And thanks for having me tonight, Eric. Cheers, guys.
Hell yeah, cheers.
Excuse me, guys. I forgot to do that. Don't forget, Johnny Boy. He does his stout Sundays. He does his stout Sundays around 10 o'clock in the morning. It looks like he's getting back to it. But, again, I'll shut that out for right now unless something changes again. But also, if he's not doing his stout Sundays, he's still doing his beer reviews, every now and then or mostly every day or whatever he feels like doing beer reviews. So stay tuned for that. It's known as John and Ellie or Georgia Beer Reviews. And also, don't forget Rick Jopos. Check him out.
Yeah, man.
I don't have to shout him out now.
Rick
Yeah,
Jopos.
check out the legendary Rick Jopos. Check out the legendary FLX Beer Reviews. All those peeps. I'm going to shut up. So any other.
All right.
Else. Appreciate it.
Yeah. What you say,
All
beer?
right. Well, Beer and Cheese Tuesday is going to be an American light lager, a blonde ale, or any dark lager for the mix. And then we got a mix with a medium cheddar, not a sharp cheddar, a medium cheddar, a Swiss, or anything with rind on it, which could pertain to really any of those two beer or cheeses. If you think about it. Well, not Swiss so much. But, cheddar. So, 8 o'clock Eastern for that. And then next week, for I Like Your Style or Illis, is going to be the Beatles, man. It's going to be the Beatles. We're going to find a beer that's related to the Beatles theme.
Whoa.
The band, the Beatles. And they got a lot of songs out there. So, have fun with that one. I love the Beatles so much.
Go check out his channel. He was dancing.
Yeah, I was, dude. I did a little Chris Farley kind of pose at the end, but that was great. But
we all live in the yellow submarine. We all live in the yellow submarine.
That's right. That's
Yellow
right.
submarine.
Amongst other great songs. But 6 o'clock Eastern for that, and then. I promise you I'll be brewing soon. I'm waiting on a couple more parts. Damn it! It's just
okay. Cheer. That's okay.
It's just how it works. So, but 3 people I want to mention right now. Is Imperfectly Me Crafts. Mallory and Chewy, her husband. They really do some great stuff. They go to breweries. I mentioned them on my last show, but I'll repeat it again. Just good people, good stuff. Go check them out. Imperfectly Me Crafts, all in one word. Check him out. And then you got That Metal Guy 1983, freaking awesome. He has a lot of like oils too for beards and stuff. He's like all into that. Yeah. So I'm kind of like down with that. I noticed like a little dandruff or something on my skin or something. So it'd be nice to kind of get some of that in there. And then Wayne's Beer Delivery. Wayne's Beer Delivery is also another good one. He's from South Carolina. Another one I mentioned on my last show. But just trying to push out the community, trying to get people to be aware of who's out there. And through them, you can get more subscribers as well. So cheers, you guys. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, sir. Very good.
And I'll tell you this much. So I hope I get 500 subscribers. So this way I could do the community. So I could do the community tab. So I could.
It'll happen. And when it does, you can do that. Heck yeah. I mean, that's
nice.
That's what it's all about. So
it's gonna be badass. It's gonna be fun.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
All right. Cheers. We're at Bumper Road.
Cheers. Yeah, so I'll just be selfish and just do self promotions.
Good.
That's
That's what we want.
Confession videos. I put them out on Wednesdays and Fridays, so check those out at your own free leisure and will. And no stream on my channel, as Tanner's already mentioned. Miscellaneous will be doing something Monday night around 8 p.m. on his channel. I am on vacation, so I will be in Texas, so I will not be joining anybody's live stream all week long. So you all. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Hope you have a great week while I'm away. And,
fuck you.
Cheers.
Have fun. Yeah.
Have fun is right.
Yeah. Safe travel.
I think. Yes, sir.
Cheers, buddy.
Here we are. We drank a 78 out of 100 beer, but Jimmy's here. We're all good. We're going to, I don't know what that meant. We're going to have this program next week. Yeah, I do hope so. Yeah, next week will be good at this time period, 7:30 Eastern time, the New York, Boston area time for the Wild Card Wednesday. Again, beer, wine, spirit. Let's have some fun. No douchery here. No, none of that. And yeah, today's been really good for the beer reviews because I think that we had to well, maybe not beer man, but we all kind of had like less than stellar kind of beers, and we all, not that beer man didn't rate his beer completely honestly, but we all felt like we had to be even more brutally honest. We feel like we got to be more brutally honest when the beer sucks. So it's nothing to do with the actual brewery. Every brewery's got sucky beers from time to time.
I didn't say the beer wasn't good. It was just not my. It just, I don't know. It's
not good for you. It's not good for you. Well, beer's not good for you, but I'm missing the point here. Come back 7:30 Eastern time in New York and Boston, East Coast of the United States time. We'll review wine, beer, or spirit, any adult beverage. And I always say to check out Bourbon Bounty, because why the hell not? And who else should you check out on the? Oh, you should check out Sam Smalley on Instagram and currently listening to Decimator, which is an album and a song by Oxblood Forge. So Hellas, yeah, cheers. We played a show on Saturday or Friday, last Friday. That was pretty good in the state of Connecticut. We made some money in merchandise, but we only made a whopping $20 by walking into the venue and playing the show. Woo, that was worth the drive. But a pretty good, awesome show. We're going on the tours in September 16th through 18th in, let's see, we're going to Wilmington, Delaware, in Richmond, Virginia, and Baltimore, Maryland. So hope to see you there. Go check out our stuff on Instagram, Spotify, anywhere you can stream music. We got a Bandcamp page. Follow us on Facebook for all the information on that. And I guess until next time, I say cheers, so long. Keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. We're going to see you soon.
Cheers.
Alex is doing some exercising. He's doing a great job. We'll talk
out.
And see how he wants to conduct this.
This is Alex, the Beer Master. This is Alex, the Beer Master. And we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. So Alex, Beer Master, signing out. Cheers, everybody.
Wild card, bitches!